Salt and Soul magazine launch, speaking Mr. Luis Hurtol, STB Marketing Officer, Editor-in-Chief. Now you know with Valerie Van Putten on the public transportation issue, Michelle Montano sets all-time road march record at Trinidad Carnival 2026. New MPs sworn in marks, beginning of new parliamentary term. From the island, Sint Maarten, this is SXM Daily News for February 20th, 2026. Insider Government, Salt and Soul magazine launch, speaking Mr. Luis Hurtol, STB Marketing Officer, Editor-in-Chief.
It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand today before you at the launch of the Salt and Soul magazine. You know, when we began this journey back in March 2025, the vision was simple, yet profound. To create a magazine that would showcase St. Martin as more than just a destination. We wanted to build a resource, a cultural archive, a creative platform that celebrates the heartbeat of this island. 10 months later, here we are. Today in February, that vision has come alive in these very pages. In life, every new thing begins with a challenge. There are moments of doubt, moments of uncertainty, moments when the vision feels bigger than the path ahead. But what carries us through is belief. Belief in the mission, and belief in the people standing beside you. And I must say, the encouragement I have received from the team has been unmatched. Every idea, every late night, and every obstacle we face together. This launch is not just about results or the result of one person's own vision. It is a product of collective faith, creativity, and determination. This magazine is not just ink on paper. It is stories, memories, and heritage bound together. It is the salt of our past and the soul of our present. It is the voices of our artists, our elders, our entrepreneurs, our youth, all woven into a living narrative of who we are. The name Salt and Soul itself was born of creativity and collaboration. Sharina and Mei Ling, thank you for helping give this vision its identity. The name carries depth, it carries us. People often call St. Martin the friendly island, but why? It is because when people come here, they feel safe, they feel welcomed, they feel seen. That sense of warmth and security is not accidental, it is who we are. And this magazine reflects just that. It reflects a people who are open, who are resilient and proud. We have all of us, we have a responsibility in telling the St. Martin story, our story. Each of us is a storyteller. Our story is written not only in history books or government press releases, but in the music we create, in the festivals we celebrate, in the food that we share, the businesses we build, and the resilience we show in times of challenges. By owning and sharing our story, we preserve heritage, we inspire our youth, and show the world that St. Martin is more than just a destination. It is a people, a culture, and a legacy worth celebrating and protecting. To our advertisers, thank you for placing your trust in us. Thank you for believing in this platform and allowing us to represent your brand with integrity and excellence. Your support not only strengthens this publication, but it also strengthens the creative and business community of this island. This publication would not have been possible without dedication and the creativity of so many people. To our writers, to our photographers, To our designers, to our cultural voices, thank you. To the ministry, the partners, and the supporters, your encouragement has truly been the wind at our backs. And to our readers, or to be readers, you are the true custodians of Salt and Soul. So as we celebrate this launch, let us remember that this is only the beginning. Every edition we publish, every story that we share, adds another layer to the living legacy of St. Martin. And so I urge you, let us commit to telling our story with pride, with honesty, and with love. Because if we don't tell our story, someone else will. And it may not be told in the way that it truly deserves. We are the guardians of our narrative. And together, we will ensure that the St. Martin story is told with truth, with pride, and with soul. Thank you.
The Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labour hereby informs the public that Minister Brugge has joined forces with local artist King Vers to launch a new awareness initiative focused on men's mental health on St. Martin. Mental health has been, and continues to be, a priority of Minister Brugge and the Ministry of VSA. Since taking office, the Minister has consistently emphasized the importance of breaking stigma, expanding awareness, and encouraging open conversations surrounding mental well-being. This collaboration forms part of the Ministry's broader and ongoing mental health strategy, with additional initiatives to be announced in the near future. The campaign with King Vers specifically highlights the unique pressures faced by men in society. It addresses the expectations often placed on men to always appear strong, to suppress emotion, and to avoid speaking openly about personal struggles. By confronting the long-standing surrounding men's mental health, the initiative aims to create safe spaces for dialogue, understanding, and support. Minister Brugge stated that acknowledging mental health challenges does not diminish strength, but rather reflects courage and responsibility. Through this partnership, the ministry hopes to encourage men across St. Martin to speak up, seek support when needed, and support one another.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
Now You Know with Valerie Van Putten, guests Malika Marlin, and Elencia Baptiste Boazman, Ministry of VSA interview on the public transportation issue. There are also other organizations that can put them up in favor within the world, but it is what we call with a fee charged. And I'm not the kind of serious fool. That's free. So we're sitting here trying to figure out how we're going to get someone or an organization to get them up and out, take them to the bank if they have to go. These days, everything will be online. But because I have to go into the bank, we see our people, take them to the grocery store and the pharmacy, take them to them. I don't know if the medical center still has a free bus shuttle.
Medical center still has a free bus shuttle, so getting back and forth would be another hindrance for many seniors here on the island.
It can be, and it is. What I can say though, those are all things that are being looked into at the moment. But I'll put a plug in for the organizations that are offering the service. It might be a little expensive. It's expensive but cheaper than the regular bus fare. You have the Helping Hands Foundation that offers transportation. They are the buses. They are not marked bus. They don't have the bus plate, but they have the M plate, but they are marked Helping Hands on the side of the buses. And those buses are usually cheaper than a regular bus. And those buses, I think, run through the Phillipsburg cul-de-sac basin back and forth. But then you have the seniors who are outside of those areas. What also is available for persons who are ill, under the SZV coverage, you have access to the accessible ventures. They pick you up, they take you to medical appointments, they take you to, if you have to do chemo treatments, so whatever your medical appointment is, physiotherapy, they pick you up and they transport you there and back home. And coming back to the same program for the home care services that you indicated that didn't work, it's unfortunate because I recall that was one of the services that they also offer to the grocery store. If you need to go to the grocery store once or twice per month, maybe at a small little fee, you pay to go to the grocery store. So it is something that is something that we really need to look at, because one of the things that we are recognizing on St. Martin is that St. Martin is an aging community, right? And it is aging fast. And it is not something that is something new, that we haven't heard this now, that we are hearing it now. There are those who have gone before us that consistently keep hammering on the fact that we need to be doing more for our seniors. And thankfully, it is something I must say that as a ministry, we are actually giving some sort of priority right now to the things for seniors. So it is our hope that at the end of all of this, we can, at least if we don't accomplish the list of 10, we could at least accomplish the list of 5, right? That we can really do something for our seniors, and we are really working towards accomplishing something for our seniors. So I think we start with the priority. They are our priority right now, and I think we start there.
When it comes to that too, I think we need to consider the fact that a lot of things, like if we're talking about transportation, for example, it is not only TIAT, the Ministry of TIAT, that you would have to be looking at as well. You have to look at also, for example, Ministry of Romy, because if we're talking about transportation, and rightfully said, you can offer a lesser fare for someone during the day maybe or something like that, but I think we need to look a little bit further, because you have persons who are in wheelchairs but they can move about. And then what type of bus would you be able to offer someone like that, for example, right? And then where would they be able to, at a bus stop, to come on and offer the bus and so I mean, those are things with what we have might seem a bit that can't happen, but if we
far reaching,
if we want to, we can
make it happen.
And I think those are things that we need to consider. So not just now, 50 cents maybe or less, but what would it mean for us to have persons that are in a wheelchair, persons with a disability, to be able to move about. So those are things that we need to think not only now, but 5-10 years from now, and how we going to work on that.
And that is actually very critical, because right now we are seeing we don't only have the seniors that are moving about, but we also have quite a few persons with disabilities
Correct.
trying to move about, younger persons
Yes, yes.
trying to move about, and it's heartbreaking actually to see how they have to try to maneuver in a traffic with a wheelchair because there's no adequate sidewalks
Stop in traffic.
or whatever the case may be to accommodate them.
The St. Martin Library proudly presents its Black History Month Observances 2026, a week-long series of events celebrating the contributions of St. Martin's African diaspora, promoting literacy and encouraging meaningful dialogue on social issues. The observances will take place from Monday, February 23rd to Saturday, February 28th, 2026, on the library's social media platforms. Programming is designed for both youth and adult community members and includes structured discussions, literary analysis, and interviews. This year's programming aligns with the library's Youth Literacy and Engagement Program, which uses literature as a catalyst for reflection, discussion, and personal growth. The youth segment will explore social issues through literature, with the featured book After the Storm, pages 26-34, by Tamara Gronevelt, moderated by Janelli Renis-Leonard, intern at the St. Martin Library and student at Milton Peters College, VWO Department. Discussion themes include communication, classism, and discrimination within the Black community. Co-facilitators Erwin Romney, One SXM Association, and Shorensley Valleys, Dwarkshop, will support the session, which is designed to promote comprehension, critical thinking, and personal reflection while encouraging structured dialogue among teenagers. Willemstad. King Momo was burned a day later than usual this year, following strong public criticism of an earlier decision to cancel the traditional ritual. Carnival organizer Beehives BV ultimately opted for a delayed burning, held last night at 9 p.m. near Riff, to symbolically close the carnival season. However, the controversy surrounding the handling of the event has not subsided. For the first time in decades, the burning of Momo did not take place immediately after the farewell parade. According to those involved, the decision was made because the effigy of Momo was said to bear too strong a resemblance to Sean Benchy, a living individual. This explanation sparked widespread criticism, as the burning of Momo has been regarded since the 1950s as the fixed ritual conclusion of Carnival on Curaçao. The absence of the ritual led to public outrage, with many questioning both the decision-making process and the communication surrounding it. Following mounting pressure from the public and various stakeholders, Beehives BV announced that Momo would still be burned, albeit one day later. The late ceremony formally brought the carnival period to an end.
Now for the weather forecast. Tonight, Saturday morning, fair to partly cloudy with isolated showers. Surface winds today through Saturday midday, east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly with a gentle to moderate breeze at 8 to 16 mph. State of the sea, slight to moderate waves, swells 3 to 5 feet. Outlook through Sunday midday, partly cloudy with isolated showers. And now your 3-day forecast.
SXM.
SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social health insurances.
News from Barbados. Newly elected members of Parliament have officially taken their oaths of office during a brief but significant ceremony at State House. The occasion marked the beginning of a new parliamentary term, with promises of service, commitment, and national excellence.
A proud and symbolic moment at State House as members of Parliament are formally sworn in before the President. One by one, they take the oath of office, sign the official documents before Prime Minister Mia Motley, Deputy Prime Minister Santia Bradshaw, and several cabinet ministers. In his address, President His Excellency Lieutenant Colonel the Most Honorable Jeffrey Bostick reminds the parliamentarians that public office demands selfless service and unwavering dedication.
It is selfless service, but it is a service that we, all of us who are Barbadians, should be willing to do and to sacrifice self in the interests of our country. I expect that you will perform your duties well, that you will represent the people, and that at all times you will commit to this country and to whatever the country stands for, which is excellence.
Prime Minister Mia Motley tells the MPs that the new term is one filled with promise. She says the administration intends to build on the foundation laid during the previous term, particularly giving Barbadians a space to directly address national issues.
And one of the things that I look forward to is building on the innovations that we started in Parliament on the last occasion with the standing committees, and ensuring that the standing committees not only address legislation which is coming down, but major issues that may be of import to the country, for which we want to have the country's feedback, because it cannot be that the only feedback in the country is either social media or the call-in programs, valid as both are in being able to capture a snapshot.
Meanwhile, two of the newest members of Parliament share their enthusiasm. MP for St. Michael Central, Tyra Trotman, says while she's elated, her work is ongoing.
This evening we're going to have our first meeting. I've set up an advisory council which is going to consist of 9 heads, because my particular constituency has 9 polling districts. So it'll be 1 head from each polling district who will have the charge of continuously reporting to me in terms of any issues, comments, concerns, ideas, and also for me to communicate with them.
Ryan Brathwaite, MP for St. Joseph, says his priority is the road infrastructure in his constituency.
We have to continue to lobby for the upgrading of our road infrastructure. It's something that is plaguing St. Joseph. Up until last week or so, we saw that work began on the Melvins Hill Bridge. Obviously, I'm going to continue to lobby for the continuous upgrading of these bridges and these roads. Working with the youth in the constituency is obviously a priority as well.
The swearing-in ceremony officially ushers in the new parliamentary term, with high expectations for continued development and responsive governance. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
Veteran calypso and soca star Michelle Montano on Wednesday cemented his legacy in Caribbean music history, becoming the all-time Road March record holder in Trinidad and Tobago after winning the 2026 title at the close of Carnival celebrations. Montano secured his 12th Road March victory with his hit Encore, moving ahead of late Calypso legend Lord Kitchener, Alwyn Roberts, with whom he had been tied following his win in 2025. The Road March title is awarded to the song played most frequently across judging points during Carnival's parade of the bands. In closing our SXM Daily News, we're bringing you the Signal Band. 2026 Jouvert Morning Jump Up in Roseau from Dominica. This is our SXM Daily Newscast. Thank you for joining us.